I really like Triss. All right, stick to the bit. Stick to the bit.
Not so fast. I hand her over to Menge himself, or not at all.
You reckon we don't know what to do with this witch?
Let go, you bastard!
Vulgar tongue's got no place being in such a pretty mouth. I guess we'll have to rip it out.
Got something to offer him. I mean, they're witches, but you're shit at catching them.
Another wretched foul lizard thing joins the red.
Oh, Loki.
Cursed Sotek spawn.
Hold on. Let me get this through.
Just one more day supporting my fav content creator. Love the game Sotek, you the best. Kill everyone there XD.
Johnny, well, first of all, Johnny, thanks so much for continuing your Prime stuff. I really appreciate that. Second of all, I would like to. We'll see if the game lets me. Loki, so Albion, they're not Norskins. The people that live on Albion are a totally separate group. As far as they've lived there since like the dawn of the Old Ones. The people of Albion were essentially placed on the island to act as its natural custodians, and they were placed there by the Old Ones and taught by the ancient Slann to perform certain rituals, which is why they have a unique form of shamans, because they are designed to protect Albion and kind of keep it working. But of course, a lot of that knowledge has become watered down over the millennia and has become more akin to like superstition and other issues. But they're not Norskins. They're not even related to the Norskins. The Norskins are a completely different tribe of people who actually originate from the lands we now know as the Empire that were pushed north from... They lived around like the northern provinces of the Empire. They got pushed out by Sigmar's tribes, and they kept getting pushed north until they ended up in Norska. But they're not even remotely related to the Albion, the people of Albion. Alright, and I'm totally fine with chat, like, saying what choices they would pick, because, you know, as the tags say, backseating's allowed. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do what y'all want, but, you know, you're more than welcome to offer your opinions and thoughts.
Try to loosen it if I were you. Might learn something interesting.
For instance?
For instance, where Philippa Eilhart's hiding.
I'll get you for this, you...
Shut your gob, ginger whore, and you spit it out. Where's Eilhart?
Okay, that's interesting that the 2 in this is not yellow, which means it's like an optional thing that won't stop me from saying 1. So I'm gonna see what happens.
Don't talk to her that way.
Why not? She's a whore, isn't she?
Okay, so it lets you. Oh my god! One?
Maybe, but for now she's my whore, and I say you can't insult her.
Funny you feel that way, but so be it. Now, Philippa, talk.
I like that dude's like, alright, weird flex, but whatever.
Thought I made myself clear. I'll only talk to Menge.
Menge don't talk to the likes of you.
Well, then you be sure to tell him I came by, with my friend Marigold.
Fine, grab her and come with me. But be sure to stay right close.
Weird-ass witchers come in here flexing their weird-ass... Come out here trying to show everybody their kinks and their fetishes. Bunch of weird bastards.
Here's where we split up. Go see Menge. Marigold will be next door.
You can't have her until I get...
You don't set the terms here. Dirk, you know what to do.
You won't get a word out of me. Not you, not him.
Oh, playing tough, eh? Just you wait. We'll take a fingernail or 3. That ought to get you singing.
Ugh. No torturing.
Fine, take her. I'd rather she didn't interrupt my conversation. But hands off, don't touch her.
Why? Feel sorry for the bitch?
No, couldn't give a shit about her. But if I don't get what I want from Menga, I'll want to sell her to someone else. Don't want you damaging the goods.
Keen nose for enterprise. You'd make a great madam. Don't you worry. Menga will give you your coin, and Marigold will get what she deserves.
Don't start torturing her without me.
No torture till I get there. Got it?
Not without me.
Got it. No torture.
What? The Horson's casting spells. Get him!
Whoop. They actually knew about my trick. That felt nice. Yeah, right. Why can I not? Want to reload? Hold on, I'm enjoying this. hold on. Let me kill everyone in the room first. Oh, hey, it's Menga. Oh, it feels good. Oh, it feels so good. Oh. Oh, it feels good. Okay, now I'll reload. now I'll reload. It feels good. Oh, it feels so good.
Tilly, an Oniromancer and an expert at finding the lost and the missing. Guided by Corrine Tilly, the Witcher had a dream. In it, Ciri and I, the bard Dandelion, were reunited. Geralt now knew that to find Ciri, he would first need to find his dear old friend.
Sorry, I had to get that out. I didn't... Oh, whoops. Well, okay, hold on, gentlemen.
Triss could not help Geralt.
Yeah, I did not realize that people actually notice when you do the hand wave thing, because the game's never given me any indication that people notice when he does that.
In it, Ciri and I, the bard Dandelion.
Like, that's the first time the game's ever been like, First, this can be noticed by people. Well, I didn't know that. Proper save scum? Listen, save scumming is just a part of life.
Here's where we split up. Go see Menga. Marigold will be next door.
You can't have her until I get...
You don't set the turn.
You won't get away.
Play it.
Fine, but no torture.
Fine.
Why?
No.
Keep.
Alright, let's boogie.
Do what you want.
Come on, witch. Show you the wonders a pair of pliers can work. You'd be surprised.
You can save scum in real life? Yes, but only I can, so you don't know about it.
I believe I told you not to let anyone in.
Unless they had information concerning Philippa Eilhart. This Witcher says he's got just that.
Anyone can claim that.
We'll start with your pinky nail. Nah, let's go for your ring finger.
Chop chop!
This little piggy
chop.
went to market.
But it's not that easy to bring us Triss Marigold.
Is that who I hear? Very well. I'll go see her shortly. But first, let us talk. Sit. Sit.
Hang in there, Triss!
Have a drink, Witcher.
Oh, Menge. Man, 4 is just bait. I'm really wanting to... like, I feel like I need to hurry through this conversation so we can save Triss as quickly as possible. But... And I think I need to try and placate him so that he tells me what I want. And try and spend the least amount of time, like, bickering.
Sidarian.
A 1261 vintage, year of the massacre of Sintra.
Stop squirming. This little piggy went home.
Kurt, please see why Miss Marigold squeals so convincingly. Perhaps she needs something. Hot irons, for instance.
He's trying to bait me.
Speaking of metal, this goblet's silver. Making sure I'm not a Doppler.
Ah, it's immediately apparent. A professional. I find that refreshing. But to answer your question, one can never be too careful. You'll be surprised how many come here turn to rancid jelly as soon as they grip the goblet.
Oh, Dopplers can't touch silver. That's interesting. I don't really want to waste time with these, like, side questions. Where do werewolves come from in Warhammer? They aren't really beastmen, right? Yeah, right. So there are two kinds of werewolves in Warhammer Fantasy. There are Children of Ulrich, which Children of Ulrich are, they are basically like blessed descendants of the god Ulrich. So they're people who they have a power that's so deeply entwined with Ulrich that they have the ability to transform into wolves or large dogs. But they're not really werewolves. They're more like actual changers. Like they don't turn into what we think when we think werewolf. Like they're not turning into like a human wolf hybrid. They'll turn into generally like an actual wolf or a big dog or like an actual animal that's very large. The closest thing to actual werewolves in Warhammer Fantasy are skinwolves. And skinwolves are specifically a tribe of Norskins who have a mutation in their blood. And it's not necessarily just from one tribe, but there's one tribe that's really, really big on it, but it's a mutation that can occur in people that are too close to chaos. So people that live in the north, in Norska, or people that are around something that can cause mutations, there's a very specific mutation in the blood that is usually caused by genetics, as well as just living in Norska, that can result in basically someone mutating to have a monster inside of them, which is the skin wolf. And what will happen is that when they get... it's not triggered by the moon. It's triggered usually by... it's usually triggered by, like, bloodlust or a particular emotion or something like that. And when they... when they transform, it's not them turning into a wolf hybrid creature. It's the wolf hybrid creature literally ripping its way out of their body. It's still them, but it's more like a monster that lives under their skin bursts out. And that's why skin wolves are called skin wolves, is because they literally have all of that human flesh and skin, like, over their fur. So, like, because they burst out of the human body. So that's why they have these ropes of flesh and skin over their fur. And it almost looks like they kind of like are wearing, like, they kind of popped out of a human skin suit. It's because that's essentially what they did. But they turn back. They can turn back into humans once they're exhausted or going through a couple situations. And when they turn back into a human, they kind of shrink back, or their body will keel over, and a normal-looking human will basically crawl out of this gross corpse of the wolf monster. But that's that whole situation. I know this is a dumb question, but I want your opinion. Who would win, Gotrek with his axe and the Hammer of Fate, or Thor with Stormbreaker and Mjolnir? Probably Gotrek. If Gotrek was wielding the Axe of Grimnir in one hand and the Hammer of Fate in the other hand, or frankly, in my opinion, if you just gave him both Axes of Grimnir, I think he would beat Thor. I think Thor would get annihilated. Like, I think they would have a good fight, but Gotrek is insane. Especially if you're giving him those classifications of weapons, like, good fucking grief, dude. Those weapons are nuts. Anyway.
Still haven't paid me for the witch, yet your hunters are already torturing her.
What of it?
You're damaging goods you haven't paid for yet.
This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none.
This is bad business!
Don't worry, you shan't leave empty-handed. I shall pay you twice the usual reward for Marigold.
Awfully generous. Why?
Well, you've turned in your lover. The emotional trauma it must entail. You deserve compensation.
Man, this is actually hard. Like, this part is genuinely difficult. It's really trying to get you to stumble into the wrong options, but this one seems like the best one.
Informed. So you have to know Triss betrayed me first. Used me as a pawn in the Lodge's game. As I see it, she's getting what she deserves.
I see you agree with me, Chad.
Be brave, dear. Just one more fingernail and we'll move on to the other hand. This little piggy went wee. Ow! Bitch bit me! Oh, the bitch bites. Let's put a collar on her. Dimeritium ought to calm her down.
You surprise me, Geralt. Perhaps we can deal after all. So, you know something about Philippa, but I wager you won't share this information for free. What do you want in return?
You know what I want. Damn, it actually lets me... it actually lets me ask about the treasure as well. I feel like we'll probably find the treasure if we focus on what we're already dealing with.
It's simple. Free Dandelion.
A degenerate bard for information about Philippa. Tempting offer, I admit, but I must say no. You see, I've a magnificent execution plan for Dandelion in Oxenford. A breaking wheel, flaying alive, and so forth. It should work wonders for the mores of the academic youth and townsfolk.
When's this morally instructive spectacle due to take place?
When I issue the order, in person. Dandelion will remain in the dungeons beneath Temple Isle until then.
We got him! He's screwed up.
Sorry I cannot be of help. Perhaps we can agree different terms.
We got it.
But first, let's see how Miss Marigold fares. It's grown suspiciously quiet in there. Come.
Holy shit! Get him, girl!
He say where Dandelion is?
Yeah, he did.
Yes, but... Triss.
Wow, he was completely out of his league. Wait, that's the only way to know where the treasure is? Trying to decide if I want to reload to get the treasure. Is it? Okay, I'm not worried about it, whatever.
I should tend to your wounds.
No need. I'm fine. Well, mostly fine. Should heal in time for my wedding.
Sorry. Should have gotten you out sooner.
Don't apologize. I knew what I was signing up for.
Are you able to... Can we reload for the treasure? I've never seen that option. Can you get the treasure and get this at the same time?
How do I say this? That was just a bit premature.
What do you mean?
Menge said Dandelion's locked up on Temple Isle. Dungeon right under the temple. He was planning to execute him in Oxenfurt. Also said they'd only let Dandelion out of his cell once Menge gave the order, in person.
Alright, we can check.
I'm sorry, Geralt. I should have thought it through, but when I saw him,
You're good, girl. Don't worry about it.
After what they subjected you to, no need to explain.
He'd never have agreed to help us. Even if I
know. Let's not dwell on this. We should think about what to do next.
Dandelion's safe for now, though out of reach. We don't stand a chance of breaking him out. Temple Isle's impregnable. And Menge's not likely to order his transfer. Or anyone's for that matter.
Well, I mean... Thing is, he's dead. He's fine. He looks fine. Okay, wait, okay, so someone in chat that has done the other options, can you ask about the treasure and still get this ending to this situation? Or is it that you can, this is the only way to get this ending, and asking about the treasure causes something totally different to happen? He burned a sheet of paper. Necromancy? I love necromancy. And let's search his body. Well, I don't think he's going to have anything on him of interest. Why am I not able to explore all three of these options? I'm kind of curious about the sheet of paper he burned.
Saw Menge burn a sheet of paper right before we came in here.
Could have been something on it that would have helped us. Too late now.
So there's no way you could recover the note?
Sadly, no. I'm a sorceress, not a miracle worker.
Okay, I can explore all the options. Search his body?
Let's search his corpse.
Right. Could find something that'll help us.
The way he's lying is hilarious. It is.
Just his office key in his pockets. Here. Nothing under his belt. Wait. Something sewn in the lining.
What is it?
The key to a vault.
Hey!
Here. Give it to Dijkstra with my regards.
Oh, okay, we have to go the necromancy route.
Could you revive him?
Maybe. If I actually practiced black magic. Haven't sunken that low just yet. Nothing but dead ends. We'll need to make do.
What's the difference between a pyromancy joke and a necromancy joke? One is about sick burns and the other is about comebacks. I actually like that one. I do actually like that.
Breaking Dandelion out starting to look like our last option.
That's a good one.
Geralt, you know me. I'm all for finding solutions. I don't give up easily. But in this case, there's no hope. Not a shred. No one escapes the dungeons beneath the temple.
But my hanged man's
and
oil.
no one's ever been broken out.
Anyone actually tried?
They've tried, Geralt. I've tried, to be exact. Shortly before you arrived. It almost cost me my life.
But I'll just smear a little. I get a damage boost against humans. It'll work. It's fine.
Menga's the only one who could have ordered Dandelion's release.
Yes. Or someone who looks exactly like him.
A Doppler?
Mm-hmm. Your old friend Dudu Biberveld impersonated the halfling merchant.
Dudu.
Dandelion claimed he seemed more real
Dudu.
than the original. So much so, Vivaldi gave him a loan of several thousand crowns without batting an eye.
Yeah, except Dudu's in hiding right now. Priscilla might know something, though.
Fingers crossed. Listen, there is one other thing I wanted to talk about, but not here, not now. Come by when you have a moment. I'd appreciate it. All right, we need to get out of here.
All right. Hey, we got through that. We got through that with a single save scum. I think that's pretty good. I felt like the game cheated me on that one. I felt like the game cheated. How is there not more loot in this guy's place? Like,
I either go out another way or ready my sword.
Geralt, over here!
but I kind of... Man, I feel like there's going to be a consequence if I go smashing my way through all the fighting. Like... I feel like the game's like, you should probably, not fight your way through the Horde. But I'm wondering if it's saying, okay, don't fight your way through the Horde because there's just a lot of guys, but I feel like, no, it's because it actually will have far-reaching consequences. Alright, let's get out of here. Is Ushoran alive? No.
But first, let's burn this shack down.
Ooh, yes!
Agreed. We've left too much evidence.
Yeah, but I also need to blow off some steam.
Do it! Do it! Okay, never mind. I feel fine about this. Oh! That's it? It's raining, and you're gonna light... Oh, spoke too soon. How do I get out of here?
That should do it. I'm going. You should too.
Well,
Not about to use the teleport, though. See you, Triss.
yeah, okay, here we go. It's like, we need a Strigoi Legendary Lord? We do, but the Strigoi Legendary Lord should be Vorag Bloodytooth. The first of the Ghoul Kings. He's the first ever Ghoul King. You gotta go with Vorag. Because Vorag died, but there have been very heavy rumors suggesting that he has... he's not as dead as he appears to be. Hello?
You there, Mr. Reuben wants a word.
Impatient old bastard.
What?
Nothing. Be there soon.
Oh, I wanted to look around.
Who do I spy? Why, it's Geralt of Rivia.
Will you stop following me already?
I will, as soon as you tell me where my treasure is.
Me and Menge didn't see